Hugo, quick turnaround, another Tuesday night in action against Solihull. How's training been ahead of this one?
Yeah, it's been good. Everyone's reported in okay this morning. We've had a bright session, albeit erring a little bit on the recovery, and obviously the lads that need to do a bit more have done a little bit more. But yeah, another bright session. Quick turnaround. We love it. Saturday, Tuesday. Let's keep playing.
You say a recovery session. What's a bit more detail into that for the fans that don't really know what that means?
Well, so if you play Saturday and you've got Sunday's match day +1, you've got Monday's match day +2, but it's also match day -1. So when there's no Tuesday game, the players will do more what we call extensive. So they'll do less actions per minute. When something's intensive is a little bit busier and more actions per minute. All right. So, but Monday's a little bit of a double-edged sword when it's match day +2 and match day -1, if that makes sense. So we're playing on Tuesday. So we've got to get some information into the players as well. So we'll add in some 11v11 this morning, but it'll be very stop-start. So we give the information that the players need ahead of the game tomorrow night. So, and then the ones that need to do more, they'll play small-sided games and some extra stuff, which Rich has got planned for them this morning.
And taking into tomorrow's game, we've obviously got a bit of confidence from Saturday's win. I know we spoke about it after the game, but it was a great performance from the guys, wasn't it? Yeah,
look, it's as I said to you on Saturday, it was a fantastic effort by everybody who started and finished the game, but that's how it's got to be. So the message is clear again: if you don't start tomorrow night, don't worry. But when you come on the pitch, you've got to go on and give your teammates and the club the best that you can, and be the best possible version of yourself, and do your thing. So. Yeah, look, we're in a good place at the moment, and that's always often reflected in training as well by the tempo of training or the intensity, even though we've sort of said it's a little bit less intense at times this morning. But you can just tell, and there's competition for places at the moment, so that's really good. And so yeah, training often also mirrors the mood in the camp, and at the moment training is really, really good.
And do you guys do your homework into our opponents? Obviously, there's a bit less time to do that maybe, having seen what they did on the weekend. But, do you guys focus on your opponents at all?
Well, yeah, absolutely. So, we started to look to plan for tomorrow's game as staff at the back end of last week, So when we come in today and we give a presentation and we have a team meeting and stuff, so everything's ready to go. So that was all completed it was actually completed by 10 o'clock Saturday morning. So that way we then come into the game and we can only think about Wealdstone as it was on Saturday. But yeah, no, when it's Saturday, Tuesday, you've got to really stay ahead of yourself, because if you don't, you end up having some really, really late nights. So we stay ahead of ourselves all the time, yeah. And we always get the information that we need, whether it be written text or with video as well.
And when it's a Tuesday, Saturday, do you ever, maybe think of the Saturday ahead and in terms of maybe minutes for the players, in terms of the squad picked?
Yeah, certain players, certain players we know, for whatever reason, there's so many different external factors you've got to take into consideration. But some players are going to struggle to do 90 Saturday, 90 Tuesday, 90 Saturday. So yeah, we just sometimes you got to think a little bit ahead with certain players. But most of the lads, let's be honest, they should be at the stage now where they can go and knock out games. But the main thing is having this strong bench and this strong thinking off the bench that, I'm coming on now with 30 minutes to go, or whether it be 10 minutes to go or 5 minutes to go, I'm going to come on and I'm going to make sure that I contribute everything I've got to my teammates. And that's really, really important. And I think we've been doing it really well lately, and hopefully it will continue.
Yeah, we saw that definitely on Saturday, didn't we? And I guess you and Rich are going to have maybe a little bit of a headache from some of those players, maybe thinking they should be starting and stuff, but only a good thing, isn't it?
Yeah, this is where we are missing the gaffer, because now we've got his headache. But it's a good thing, because everybody wants to play. And as I said earlier, it reflects in training. People are really training hard, and they're trying to stand out and wave their hands going, pick me, because they all want to play. And when they don't play, obviously there's initial disappointment. They're human beings when they're not named in the team. But to be fair to the lads, that the ones that don't start, they very quickly get over their disappointment. They support their teammates. They make sure that they help even in the warm up on match day to get the 11 that are starting right. And then they've got to start thinking, right, how can I impact the game as and when I'm called upon? So that side of it's been really, really good lately, and it's important, and we keep reiterating this message as staff to the players, that it's not just about the 11 at start, it's about everybody. And even if you're not in the 18, and that's the hardest thing, it's being able to to have the strength in your thinking to go, well, I want my teammates to do well. I've got to get back on the training ground, and I'm going to have to make sure that I stand out for the next squad selection.